Okay, so here's a quick little video on setting up module requirements in Canvas. So I'm in here as student view. So right now I'm looking at this as a student, and I've got an orientation module as well as module 1. Okay, let's say right now students can click through and see these pages. They could go into orientation if they wanted. They could skip all the way down to module 1, the quiz 2 here, take the quiz. There's nothing preventing them from accessing anything in these two modules, right? They could skip around. Let's say that I want to require that they complete the orientation before getting access to module 1. Here's what I need to do. I'm going to leave student view. There's two parts of this process. The first part is defining what completing the orientation means. That's going to mean different things to different teachers in different classes. So to you, what does completing the orientation mean? That the decisions that you make for that are going to be, you make those decisions in this edit screen. Maybe it's going to be viewing all the pages. Notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Submitting the discussion, submitting the quiz, submitting the assignment, right? For me, that's how I'm going to set this up. They have to view these 3 pages, then submit, submit, submit. And the overview page, I don't really care if they see it or not, so I'm not going to include that as a requirement, okay? That's the first step, is setting this up as what is complete for the orientation. What does that look like? What does that mean? So I'm going to go into edit. I'm going to add requirements. Students must complete all of the requirements that I'm going to add. Notice that this list, those are those same 7 things that we were just looking at. So those should correspond to, these 7 things will correspond to the 7 things that I saw in my module. Okay. So orientation overview, they have to view it. They don't have to mark it as done. They don't have to contribute to that page, but they do have to view it. Another requirement, they have to view the setting expectations page. Then they have to view the getting to know you page. Then they have to, that's the last page. So then in the icebreaker discussion, they have to submit that. In the about me survey, they have to submit that. And in the, another requirement to add, in the assignment 1, they have to submit that. And then I'm going to leave the overview, that's a wrap page, off because I'm not too concerned if they don't see that. I mean, I would like them to, but it's not going to be a requirement for completing the module. Do they have to move through these in sequential order? That is, I'm forcing them to only see what the one page, the one thing that's next, 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 and they can only move, they can't skip around. That would be checking this box. That would force them through these requirements in sequential order. I am not going to force that for my students, and so I'm going to keep that one unchecked. Okay. Is it just that they have to complete one of these requirements in order for, like if they just view the page, is that done? No. They have to do all of these things. Okay. So now I'm going to update the module, and that's the first step. So it was defining what is complete for the orientation. The second step, and that's if you want to do it, you can set module 1 up to have a prereq of that orientation. So now I go into edit for module 1, and the prerequisite, so this one won't open until orientation is complete. And I've already defined what that means. Now I'm going to update this module. When I go back to my student view now, we should see it look a little different. Let's see what that looks like. Student view. I already went through a couple of these pages as my student. Here, let me reset student. My student view has gotten a lot of activity lately, so there. Okay, so my student view, so this is what a brand new student will see in my module, right? I have little must view the page. If they hover their mouse over it, they'll see what they need to do. So I could go through my orientation overview. I can click through and see these pages, and oops, now I got interrupted. Let me go back to the home screen, and I've got those 3 check marks now. I've seen those pages, right? Once I contribute to the ICE, but look, while we're here, Module 1 is closed. I can't get into any of these things now, right? Nor can I get to them over here, by the way. So if I go over to, what's something down here? Assignment number 2. And I think, oh, I'm going to get to it over here. I can get in through the, nope, it says it's locked and I haven't met the requirements. The prereqs, here are the 3 things that I have to do in order to complete Module 1, which will open up this assignment in Module 2. Okay, so the students can also not get to the things through the tool links of our menu. All right, so let's continue through into each of these discussions. Now I might have posted to these as the student already, yeah. So it didn't reset that part. Blah, 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 blah. So my test student posts to the discussion is now complete there. Moving forward, taking the survey. Cool, submitting the survey. Let me go back to the home screen and I will see a couple more check marks, right? I finished the icebreaker discussion. I finished about me. Now let me go finish my assignment 1. Now, once I submit this, we should see Module 1 open up to us. So let's submit this assignment. Let me hit submit. Now I have finished my module requirements for the orientation. So I've got this green check mark on top, meaning that I have completed the orientation module, and now Module 1 is open to me. So now I can go in here and it should let me actually view and complete the activities. So again, the trick is to there's really 2 steps. Set up or define what is complete for your first module. Oops. Those are requirements, right? The requirements for completing a module. And then the second step is to set the prerequisite for your second module. And that's what I showed you in this video. Hopefully that was useful to you. Thank you for watching.